Okay, we're here at our Rinkhals enclosure. I can just see that this Rinkhals has got a bit of a bad shed, and I notice it's got a stuck eye cap as well. So we're just going to help the snake out with that quickly. Just for a little bit about Rinkhals, for people who don't know, there are snakes that can spit their venom. You can see it is spreading a hood, so it does look like a cobra, but they fall in a group of their own because they give birth to live young, so they're not true cobras or anything. And so we're just going to pin this one down, but I'm just going to try and do everything in the enclosure. Obviously not advisable for people who are starting, you know, pinning snakes and things. You don't want to pin them on a soft substrate, so you know, maybe don't follow my lead. You can see she just wants to get away. Okay, so just need to get her out of her hide here quickly. Okay, alright, so the Rinkhals can only really spit very well from a raised position because they fling their venom at you. Now the venom of the snake is a combination between neurotoxic, which is a paralyzing venom, and a cytotoxic, which is your tissue destroying. Okay, see that she was busy raising at me. Just trying to, don't want to spitting at my face. I've only got normal glasses protecting my face at the moment. Go on, girl. She's normally quite a shy snake, just wants to flee and get away. Okay, so this hook is a bit difficult for me to work with here. You see how she'll turn and try and bite. As soon as a snake feels pinned, you know, they feel more threatened, then they're going to turn and bite. But if you're working gently with them, a lot of the time they're not going to go too crazy, but it depends on the personality. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the grip I've got on her here quickly. Okay, so here you can see the eye cap over here. Now normally just grabbing a little pair of tweezers is quite nice and easy to get that off, but my staff have seemed to misplace everything, so I have no idea where my tweezers are. So there's a lot of different methods. Also, putting the snake inside a tube is you know, can be quite a lot less stressful, and you could even cut little notches in the tube if it's a soft tube to pick away at an eye cap. You know, obviously I wouldn't recommend, you know, picking at the eye with your fingers or anything, especially if it's something like a viper or hinge fang. You know, then things can twist their side of their face to try and get at your fingers and things like that. So it's all about being, you know, if you're comfortable with a snake or not, and obviously try to take the safest routes possible. There's many different routes you can use. So I'm just showing you sort of some tactics or things you can use. Doesn't mean you have to follow everything I do. Okay, there's plenty of YouTube videos. You can get a view from all of them and decide what's work best and safest for you. Okay, so there's another little trick. It's just taking, like, this is just box tape. So I've taken a bit of the stickiness off. I put my fingers on it a few times, and obviously you don't want it to be too tacky, and you stick it on the snake's face. It can stick to their skin and potentially damage their scales and things. So we're going to give this a shot. It's a method that can work quite well. Just place it gently on the eye cap, and then you want to roll it off. Okay, see, it's not working too well. It's not always gonna get it, but it is quite a handy tool. Even sometimes you need to soak the snake. Okay, so you see it is sticking a little bit, but it's not sticking too much, because I mean, if it sticks too much and the cap is too hard, you're going to pull the snake's eye with it, you know. So you want to just do a rolling movement to try and peel it off there, but obviously this one is not working too well. Now tweezers is the best idea, but I've done this so many times that I feel more than comfortable with just picking at it, and I have found that I can do a lot more delicate work with a fingernail than I can with any tweezer, where I could potentially rupture the eye or something like that. Okay, so you can feel this cap is very well stuck. There we go. So there's the eye cap right there. Okay, I found a lot of the time fingernails the best way to go, because you can really work it in there. I've got a very good grip on the snake, it's not moving around, so I feel comfortable enough working in this area. Obviously down there a little more is dangerous, like around the lips and stuff. You want to use something to pick at that. I would never try a finger around the lip area or something like that. That's just asking for trouble. Okay, you just get that little piece of bark out of her mouth there. And then one thing of the Rinkhals is they do feign death, and this one has done it before. When I neck it, it looks like it is trying to do it, gaping the mouth. So I'm just gonna quickly let her go. Normally I'll do something like reverse pinning, where I'll pin the snake again and then release, which is a very nice safe method. You know, rather than trying to throw the snake, you could throw it into a position where it's able to strike and lunge back at you. People have been bitten like that. So I prefer to pin the snake again and then let go. But with this one, I'm pretty sure it's feigning death. You can see the sheath that covers the fang there, a little piece of gums. Okay, so we're just going to let her go now and see what she does. Okay, so you can see now, here's the Rinkhals playing dead. Okay, so if you ever see, for those people who come across areas where there are Rinkhals, snakes can play dead. She can let a horrible musk smell go out of here, so even smell like disgusting rotting animal. So animals lose interest. You know, a lot of animals don't always will take on a snake, so if it's dead and still, they lose interest, whereas if it's lively and that, they're gonna attack, go for the head. Okay, so you can see how she's still ticklish in that. Okay, obviously I'm just watching every little bit of her body language, because I mean, now I'm just using my hands, I don't have a hook, so I'm just being careful just to watch her. When you put her upright, she stays upright. Some snakes will roll onto their back again, but she's just acting dead. She's not going for the rolling on the back, playing dead thing. Okay, so you see, as long as I'm sort of playing with her, she's actually trying to right herself more. And eventually, without touching her or harassing her, she'll just come right and then slither off. Okay, so that's your Rinkhals. This is I think this one's from Port Elizabeth sort of area. So you've got, and also you get them in the Western Cape with this sort of band marking. Further up country in the Lowveld and Joburg, you get the solid blackish grey matte coloured ones with a nice white band across the neck. And some of them can be nice and brighter, with nice bright, almost yellow and oranges. And we've actually bred this female before. We had quite a few babies for her. I think we might have posted the video on that. Okay. Cool, that's Rinkhals. Hope you guys enjoyed that and learned a little something on how the techniques you can use for removing the eye cap.